let us continue our discussion with the division of polynomials. But by this time, we will be discussing on synthetic division. Synthetic division is a short, simple method for long division that can be used when we divide a polynomial by x minus r. So here are the steps.
So here is a shorter procedure when a polynomial is to be divided by a binomial of the form x minus r. So this method is called synthetic division. So in this procedure, we will write only the coefficients. So how do we do that? First, we need to arrange the coefficients of our dividend in descending powers of x and placing zeros for the missing terms. So here it is. So firstly, we have to write 3 because 3 is the coefficient of the cubic term, followed by the coefficient of the quadratic term. But since quadratic term is not here, so we're going to place 0 for the coefficient of the quadratic term, followed by the coefficient of the linear term, which is 4, and then our constant term, which is 8. So for the next step, we're going to place the value of r in the upper left corner. So here. So in this example, we need to find our x minus r. But we have here x plus 2. So we need to get the additive inverse of our 2, which is negative 2. And then, we're going to bring down 3, the first coefficient, 3, and then multiply. 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. And then we add 0 plus negative 6 is negative 6. And then we multiply negative 6 to negative 2. That's why we have 12. And then we add again 4 plus 12, we have 16. Then we multiply again. 16 times negative 2 is negative 32. And then we add, but since we have different sign, we're going to subtract their absolute value and then follow the sign of the higher absolute value. So in here, we have 8 plus negative 32. That's why we have negative 24. So in order for us to write the quotient, you have to take note that the degree of the quotient is 1 less than the degree of our dividend. So if our dividend is raised to 3 or x raised to 3, it means that our quotient would be 3x raised to the second power minus 6x plus 16 plus our last term here, or the coefficient, would be our remainder, which is negative 24, over the divisor, which is x plus 2. So the quotient is 3x squared minus 6x plus 16, and the remainder is negative 24. So that's it. So let's try this. Find the quotient and the remainder by using synthetic division. So firstly, we need to arrange or get the coefficients of our dividend. So we have 1, followed by 9, followed by the coefficient of the linear term, which is 13, and then the constant term, which is 35. And then we're going to place the r on the upper left corner. But since we have negative 5 here, it means that we're going to place positive 5 inside this one. And then we bring down 1 times 5, we have 5. 9 plus 5, we have 14. 14 times 5 is 70. 13 plus 70 is 83. 83 times 5 is 415. 35 plus 415 is 450. Now we are ready to write our quotient. So we have here x squared plus 14x plus 83 plus 450 over the divisor, which is x minus 5. So what is the quotient then? The quotient is x squared plus 14x plus 83, while the remainder is 450. So that's it. So let us try to work on with this example. Find the quotient and the remainder by using synthetic division. But notice that our divisor is not of the form x minus r. But we have to take note that 2x plus 1 is also equal to 2 times x plus 1 half. So we can actually use x plus 1 half as our x minus r, and then later on the result will be divided by 2. So how do we do that? So we will be using this one as our x minus r. So it would become, arrange first our dividend, which is 10, 5, 80, negative 40. Our r would be negative 1 half. So we bring down 10. Half of 10. So 10 times negative 1 half is negative 5. We add this 2, we have 0. 0 times 1 half is 0. We add 80 plus 0 is 80. 80 times negative 1 half is negative 40. We add, we have negative 80. So it means that this one is 10x squared. So we don't have 0x. So we omit that. We have plus 80 as our constant, minus 80 divided by the divisor, which is x plus 1 half. But we have to take note that the result would have to be divided. We have to divide it by 2. So divide by 2. So what would be the result? If you're going to divide this expression by 2, so then we have 5x squared. 80 divide 2, we have positive 40. Negative 80 over x plus 1 half divide 2 is negative 80 over this one, which is 2x plus 1. So what is the quotient then? So the quotient is 5x squared plus 40, while the remainder is negative 80. So that's it. Okay, let's have another example. So again, our divisor is not of the form x minus r. And we have to take note that 3x plus 1 is also equal to 3 times x plus 1/3. So we can use x plus 1/3 as our x minus r. So again, we take note of the coefficient of our dividend, which is 12, 10, 5, 1. And then we use our r as negative 1/3. And then later on, the result will be divided by 3. So we bring down 12. 12 times negative 1/3 is negative 4. 10 plus negative 4 is positive 6. 6 times negative 1/3 is negative 2. 5 plus negative 2 is 3. 3 times negative 1/3 is negative 1. So 1 plus negative 1 is 0. So how do we write our partial quotient? 12x squared plus 6x plus 3. Since we don't have remainder, so we don't place it anymore. But we have to take note that this one should be divided by, we have to divide it by 3. Okay? So what would be our answer then? So our quotient then, q of x. So 12x squared divide 3 is 4x squared. 6x divide 3 is positive 2x. 3 divide 3 is positive 1. Since our remainder is 0, so the remainder is 0. So that's it.
Given the division problem that has been done synthetically, determine the dividend, divisor, quotient, and remainder. What is the dividend? The dividend is negative 2x cubed plus 3x squared plus 7x minus 40. How about the divisor? The divisor is x plus 3. How about the quotient? The quotient is negative 2x squared plus 9x minus 20. And the remainder is 20. Let us try another example. What is the dividend? The dividend is negative 3x to the fourth plus 8x cubed plus 2x squared minus 3x plus 1. How about the divisor? The divisor is x plus 1. What is the quotient? The quotient is negative 3x cubed plus 11x squared minus 9x plus 6. What about the remainder? The remainder is negative 5. Find the quotient and the remainder using synthetic division. We have x to the fourth minus 3x cubed plus x squared minus 5x minus 12 divided by x minus 3. So here's the solution. It means that the quotient is x cubed plus x minus 2, while the remainder is negative 18. Until our next session, thank you and enjoy learning.